We have all said at one time something like, "You're the world's cutest cat," or "You're the stupidest person alive," etc. We've all probably witnessed something that we thought should be in the Guinness Book of World Records. But have you ever wondered what it really takes to break a record and how insane people get in order to just do that? We have, and after a little research, we proudly present to you the top 10 craziest record breakers we found on the internet. Number 1 is a man covered in bees. A beekeeper in China set a new Guinness World Record after covering his body with, are you ready, almost 1.1 million crawling bees. We have so many questions about this one, but the two most burning ones are A, how did they count them, and B, why would anyone want to do this? The 55-year-old man had beekeepers pour the insects onto his body that weighed no less than 109 kilos. Of course, he was stung. In fact, he was stung more than 2,000 times, and his body temperature rose to over 60 degrees Celsius. Good job, we guess. Number 2 is the largest prenatal yoga class. Even though this is definitely more relaxing than the previous one, it's still bizarre. 1,546 pregnant women signed up to break the record for the largest prenatal yoga class, and they did it. All the yoga positions that were performed were chosen due to their suitability and benefits for prenatal care. Now come to think about it, if you're pregnant and somebody organizes something like this, why not be a part of it? Sure makes a nice story to tell your kid. Number 3 was the bikini record break. Only women are involved in this next one as well, but this time without yoga clothes. A total of 2,020 legs, meaning 1,010 women, put up their bikinis and posed for a historical photo shoot. But beauty wasn't the only reason for this, or to break a world record, which makes us like it even more. The Cosmopolitan editor, who was also the coordinator of the shooting, said that I wanted to do something that got women in an environment when they were around each other's bodies they could feel comfortable. And by looking at the photo, I'd say they succeeded. Number 4 is the most beer mugs carried. Now finally for a manlier task. A man carried 29 beer steins across a 40-meter walkway, breaking his own previous record that was 25 steins. And if you think it's not impressive, just think these 29 steins of beer weigh about 70 kilos. The German waiter was training 3 or 4 times a week for the months leading up to the competition, and he was rewarded by winning a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. The only thing we can say with absolute certainty is that wherever he works as a waiter, they're very lucky to have him on their team, because he's a team on his own. Number 5 is the biggest cup of cappuccino. But enough with all the action. Who feels like they just want a large cup of hot cappuccino to relax? Well, apparently these 33 Italians really do. They created the largest cup of cappuccino in the world, which contained 4,250 liters of the delicious beverage. It took 9 coffee machines to make it and 3 brewing groups. They started at 3:30 a.m. and finished it up in the afternoon at 1:30 p.m. We hope that no one was waiting on it, but even if they were, I'm sure they got rewarded. Now this is a proper cup to start your Monday morning, don't you think? Number 6, the longest fingernails. Now turn away from the screen if you're easily disgusted, because this man from India started growing his nails at the age of 14 and never stopped. Although he cut them off a couple of years ago, you can still see them in Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum in Times Square. The longest one of his nails was the thumbnail, which Guinness says clocked in at 197.8 centimeters. When measured, all of his nails together were 909.6 centimeters long, which is about the same length as a London bus. Although the Indian man had a normal life with a wife and children, the nails took a toll because he can no longer open his left hand from a closed position or flex his fingers. Was it worth it? We don't know. Number 7 is the longest kiss. It seems romantic, but also kind of disgusting. My favorite combination. The longest kiss was achieved by 2 Taiwanese people and lasted for 58 hours, 35 minutes, and 58 seconds. That's 2.5 days, folks. Non-stop kissing for 2.5 days. The event was organized by Ripley's Believe It or Not and took place in Thailand, where 9 couples entered the annual competition. A 70-year-old married couple among them, but the 2 previous record holders won again. The prize was cash, 2 diamond rings, and of course the title of another Guinness World Record holder. Number 8 is the most vehicles to run over a person. Moving to something way less romantic, an American is the holder of the record, being run over by the most vehicles. Now, if you think there's a catch to the way he did it, think again. 9 vehicles ran over this guy's stomach, each of them weighing between 3,000 and 4,000 kilos. Is this guy's abs made of steel? Next time you have a stomach pain, think about him and you'll probably feel better. Number 9 is the longest duration spinning a basketball on a toothbrush. I mean, really, why not? This Canadian man proved that impossible is just a 10-letter word by spinning a basketball on a toothbrush for 1 minute and 8.15 seconds. Now, it may not seem like a long time, but remember the task: spinning a basketball on a toothbrush. This was the 3rd time for this guy to hold the record for the longest duration of spinning a basketball on a toothbrush, which apparently is now a thing. Number 10, parachuting, the largest sequential freefall formation for women. These 117 women were fearless enough to not only jump from an airplane, but to form the world's largest parachuting sequential freefall formation in the world, winning the Guinness World Record title. These women were literally from all over the world, countries such as Argentina, Australia, Canada, Czech Republic, Finland, Japan, Mexico, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Paraguay, Romania, Russian Federation, Sweden, United Kingdom, United States, and even more. We can't help but clap. So which one of our top 10 weirdest records did you find yourself enjoying the most? Would you try any of these? Which one's the craziest you've ever heard of? Tell us about it down in the comments and enjoy your day, even if you don't break a world record.